Hi, everybody, and welcome to the fourth annual Digital Learning App Smash. We are so excited to have everyone here today. This is one of my favorite days every year, and I learn so much. And the great thing is that we have all these guests to also share amazing digital tools and apps. And so we're going to get started. And just first, we want to just thank Future Ready Schools for all the support for Future Ready Librarians. And this is an amazing Future Ready Schools event that we love to have. And if you are on social, or you are on maybe you are just on Twitter, well, now X or Instagram or Facebook, please feel free to tag Future Ready and Future Ready Libs today as you share out the great things that are happening, and always stay connected to Future Ready Schools and Future Ready Librarians that way. My name is Shannon McClintock Miller, and I'm going to be your host today. I am the District Teacher, Librarian, and Innovation Director at Van Meter Community School in Iowa. I also serve as the Future Ready Librarian spokesperson and leader, along with my good friend, Mark Ray. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Shannon M. Miller. I blog at the Library Voice, and I put my email up if you have any questions today or anytime. I'm always happy to help you. And of course, a very special thank you to our friends at Follett for all of the support that they give the Future Ready Librarian program and all of us as Future Ready librarians and educators too. So if you have questions and comments today, please make sure that you share them in the chat. I'm also watching the chat too, and so I will try to watch that as well. This is one that is fast and furious, and so I know there's going to be a lot of really great conversations going on. You'll want to make sure that you get this bit.ly, and we will be sharing the resources afterwards along with the recording, but this bit.ly will take you to the slides today and other resources that we're going to share at the end. And so jot this down or scan it with your phone. I'm sure that somebody will probably put it into the chat as well. Adam is in the background, and so he'll be so helpful too as we go along. But even if you want to, feel free to share like the different apps that we're sharing today. Whatever you want to share in the chat, that will be great, because the conversation there is so important. So we're going to just get started. I'm going to get actually my timer on, because I have to keep track of everybody and everybody here on this webinar today. It's so fun because we all have 2 minutes to share our digital tool. So we are going to start. Oh, I think that first I have to share a little bit about the framework. And just remember that when we're going today, not only are we going to learn about all these digital tools and apps, but we're also going to see how these digital tools and apps connect to the Future Ready Librarian framework. And so I love that, because as we were getting ready for this, just looking through some of these digital tool and apps, and not only for us as librarians, but as we share these with our teachers, make sure we're thinking about how they connect not only to our curriculum and to what we're doing in the library and in our classrooms, but also how these connect and support our Future Ready Librarian framework. I think that's one of the neat things about being able to see how these fit in, and also fit into the other strands that we work with within our school. I know that there'll be a lot of educators and coaches on, hopefully some leaders on today. And so think about that too. And at this link, you can find everything that you might be looking for. So I'm going to start my timer, because I am number 1 and I have 2 minutes to share Capstone Connect. But Capstone Connect, one of my favorite tools, we use Pebble Go and all of the ebooks from Capstone at our school. But what Capstone Connect does is it's an online source that gives you everything together in one spot, including instructional support, that you then can build lessons. You can share them in Seesaw or Google Classroom. You can also share those even just with a link, or print them off for your kids. And so the lessons that they have, the content that is wrapped around the Connect, the Pebble Go Next, the ebook, and the instructional materials, it really makes an impact, not only for us as librarians, but especially for our teachers. And so when I am making choice boards, and I know that you guys have probably seen my choice boards before, what I am doing is I'm going into my Capstone Connect and I'm searching up a topic, and then I'm finding the links for PebbleGo Next articles, and those Capstone Interactive books, then to connect to the choice boards. Another thing that I love to do is when I'm looking through it, I might find even tech ideas. So they might have ideas in those lesson plans on different things I can use. Maybe it's PebbleGo Create by Bunsey or Pear Deck or Flipgrid. They give suggestions and even ideas on how to use it. And so at the bottom, there's actually a special little holiday choice board that you can grab in 12 days of making. These are 2 special things that we do every year. These were created with Capstone Connect. They're free for everyone to use. And it's great because you can then get a taste for what Capstone Connect looks like. And you can find all the links and videos in these slides. I did it. So the next person, number 2, oh gosh, number 2 is Wonderopolis. And Wonderopolis is from my friend, Michelle Cooper. Michelle actually had an emergency with her son and he hurt his hand. And so she just wrote me to see if I could share Wonderopolis. And so I'm going to keep this kind of short and sweet. We have used Wonderopolis for a long time at our school too. And I love this because it's just a place where curiosity and imagination, they lead to so many things that our kids can explore and discover. And so this is totally free for everyone. It's great to use for like the wonders of the day, but also to look up like for kids just to be able to explore by themselves, either at school or at home. And I love the reason that Michelle thought this was great, a use as a future ready librarian. It's great to use as just a daily wonder to jumpstart their students' critical thinking, or to dip into ever-growing collection of wonders for content that relates to specific themes and student interests. So I thought that was perfect and spot on. So Michelle's amazing. She's a digital learning specialist at Region 7 in Texas and does great things. So somebody really awesome to follow too.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Shannon. So hi, everyone. I'm Martha Bongiorno, and I am an innovation specialist at a STEM high school in Alpharetta, Georgia. It's a very fancy term in our building. Hi, everyone. For school librarian meets instructional tech coach. So I have a really cool, fun job. And before that, Shannon knew me back when I lived in Savannah, Georgia as an elementary media specialist. So I'm sharing with you Adobe Express this afternoon, wherever you're located. And I started using Adobe Express back when it was Adobe Spark, and they have rebranded. So if you have not heard of Adobe Express, it used to be formerly known as Adobe Spark. And it is this year's one of AASL's best digital tools to use for teaching and learning. And there's a good reason for it, because as school librarians, we advocate for equitable access to information and tools to help empower creators in our building. And that's what Adobe Express does. It's a free platform that helps you create stunning graphics, web pages, and video stories. And they have gone through a total rebrand over the past couple months to include all these new generative AI features and are really listening to educators. So we absolutely love it. So just a little tidbit on how we're using it right now. We are in our building using it for instructional partnerships. We are collaborating a lot on creating infographics and web pages. We just created ebooks with this, with permanent links and all of that. So it's really fun. You can see in the picture here, I'm using Animate from Audio to have an animated character give a book talk introduction. This month is NaNoWriMo, National Writing Month, and we're using generative AI creative challenge to write 6-word stories with our students. And then we're doing micro podcasting with it as well for digital storytelling. So we have our generative AI images and then doing voiceover work to include kind of micro podcasting pieces there. But I highly suggest you start with the challenges. This is linked on the slideshow. So thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Martha. Next up is Amanda.
Hi, everyone. I'm Amanda from Houston. Apologize for the stitches on my face. Today, I'm going to talk to you about Amazon Virtual Career Tours. If you haven't already heard of them, they are free virtual tours of places that students might not even think about. For instance, how the Amazon fulfillment centers, from the moment they hit submit to order to where it gets to their door, it walks them through that process in a really fun, engaging way. It engages with Kahoot, and so your students can follow along and compete for points using Kahoot. Or if you're like me and all my kids don't have devices, you can do it like as a class-wide Kahoot kind of thing. It does um, arrange it from like elementary to secondary. So if you're in the higher levels, you can certainly use this as well. They've just added some new ones for the data center and cloud centers at Amazon. And then they also have a space innovation one as well called Callisto. Now, what's really cool is that I'm not sure if I'm able to share my screen here, but they do offer all sorts of um, guides for the teachers. It's really all there, all written for you. Facilitation guides. There are handouts you can give the kids to get them more involved. And then even at the end, there's certificates that you can print out for the kids so they can take it home. There it is. So that they can take it home and say, look what I did today. I toured this Amazon center. Also, when you finish a tour, you can submit your feedback, and then Amazon will actually send you a swag pack with some stuff to give to the kids and for yourself as well. So it's just a really cool way to kind of dive into different aspects of the community. And I look forward to seeing what you guys do with it. I included my contact information on the slide deck if you want to ask me any questions about it. Feel free to.
Thanks, Amanda. It's a new one for me, so I can't wait to check it out. And next up, Mary Catherine.
Hello. In most social studies districts, or in most school districts, excuse me, social studies is chronically underfunded, and teachers struggle to find resources they need to successfully meet the social studies standards they're required to teach. I'm Mary Catherine McElroy, and I am a teacher librarian in Vancouver, Washington, and I'm always looking for ways to support my classroom teachers. So when I saw the Be Washington app from Mount Vernon, I knew I had something extraordinary to bring back to my 5th and 7th grade teams who are responsible for teaching American history. The Be Washington app is a first-person interactive leadership experience where the students come face-to-face with the challenges that George Washington confronted as a commander-in-chief and the president in 4 key scenarios. As teachers, we can either host the game and control the pace of the individuals, or we can allow them to play as single players. And I just want to show you a bit of that student experience by sharing my screen, because you are not going to believe how incredible this is, especially if you are a Hamilton fan. All right, here we go. I'm hoping you can see it. Oh, it is not playing. You guys have it, and I can play it. Come on, play. All right, I will not show it to you, but it is amazing. We can just drop that. I don't know why it won't play, but it really is amazing. My students absolutely love this game. It's led by the actor who played George Washington in Hamilton, and it offers the students the opportunity to be presented with the scenario George Washington faced, and then he has advisors, and they have a very limited amount of time to choose which advisors they want to hear from. They get to rate them as to their trustworthiness, and then they get to make a decision. That decision is then compared to how students across the country made their decision, and then we get to see what George Washington actually chose. I highly recommend this app. The Be Washington app is an engaging and interactive way to present the complexities of leadership in a historical setting. You will love it. And it's free. I should have said that.
Love that too. Thank you so much, Mary Catherine. Got to check that one out. Next up, Stacia.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Shannon. It's so great to see all of you today. Today, I would love to talk about the SOAR reading app. My name is Stacia Wagers. I'm the library media specialist in the Parkway School District. So I'm an elementary librarian there, teach K through 5. The SOAR reading app is a digital reading app. It empowers our students K through 12 to be able to explore ebooks, audiobooks, and even more of your own digital library collection. Now, this application is run through Overdrive, so the books would need to be purchased through Overdrive. But one of the unique things we've been able to do with the Sora Reading app in our school district is connecting and building a community partnership with our county library program systems. All of our libraries in the different counties surrounding the St. Louis area have now actually combined collections. So our students are granted a digital library card to have access to all of their digital collections through the Sora Reading app. So we've taken our small collections in our own district and just supersized them by adding these additional collections onto our Sora Reading app for our students. Our students access our Sora Reading app through their Chromebooks. Is typically the way that they access them, but that you can also download it on your phone in other ways. One experience I just wanted to share really quickly is, students can customize their reading experience. They can change the background, change the colors, the letters to different colors, backgrounds to help them be able to read it better. But we also have some of those things that you miss in a book. For example, the book Echo, which talks a lot about the instrumental pieces that are a theme throughout this book. And when you read it, you can't hear the music, which is unfortunate. But when you listen to the audio version on Sora Reading app, it is pretty amazing. So check it out sometime. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And Allie, Canva for Education.
Hi, everyone. So I think Canva for Education is not a big surprise that this is one of the apps that we're talking about. It is a huge powerhouse right now when it comes to education because it does so much. It is such a versatile tool when it comes to making graphic designs in presentations and posters and infographics. You can download templates for lessons, but I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Just to tell you a little bit about me, I am a library media specialist in Harlingen, Texas. That's deep South Texas. And I also am the lead librarian for secondary schools. And I'm the librarian at a school that's dedicated to students who would like to pursue careers in the medical professions. So a lot of my lessons have to do with health science. I have to kind of connect the literacy component to the health science component and make an exciting lesson out of that. So recently, Canva has just been my go-to for everything. On campus, we do use Canvas. Canvas is our learning management system, and I do have a library Canvas course for every single student on campus. And so that has really helped me with when I use Canva, I make a one-page newsletter that I'm able to embed into my Canvas course so that my students are always aware of what's going on. I always, with the lessons that I have coming in with my students who are coming into the library, all my presentations that I make on Canva are embedded in my Canvas course. And most recently, I am doing a lot of lessons in digital citizenship. So recently we're trying to reduce our screen time. I've challenged my students to reduce their screen time by 15%. And so we've been doing these collaborative digital citizenship collages, which is on the screen right now. And you can see that students are working collaboratively on the same live document. They're both logged into Canva, and they are able to not only add stickers and graphics and photos, but they can add little videos as well. And so this is embedded onto the Google Slides, and you can see that this is a GIF that I downloaded this graphic as a GIF, and you can see the little moving characters within that document. So it's been great for digital citizenship. Right now, we're also doing a brochure for different pathologies like tuberculosis, and my time is up. There goes the house music.
I really hate doing that, but thank you so much, Allie, for sharing, and everybody can check out all the great things that she shared too. So next up is Erin.
Hi, everyone. I'm Erin Olson from the News Literacy Project. We are a national nonpartisan education nonprofit filled with free resources and lessons to teach news and media literacy. Our flagship program, Checkology Virtual Classroom, has about 19 lessons for middle and high school students, as well as supplementary activities, exercises, and challenges and there are even infographics. The cross-curricular lessons are taught by subject matter experts. Through short videos and formative assessments, Checkology lessons teach students how to identify credible information, seek reliable sources, as well as to recognize misinformation and to help stop its spread. Lesson topics include the power of editorial cartoons, how to be health informed, understanding bias, algorithms, making sense of data, and info zones. That's a great starting point for all students, where they learn to determine the credibility of a piece of information by identifying its primary purpose. The thumbnails on the screen are hyperlinked to a lesson preview. So once you're in Checkology, you have access to our Check Center as well, which includes helpful tutorials related to fact-checking like lateral reading and reverse image search. Librarians use our free lessons with their own students, and also as an opportunity to collaborate with ELA, social studies, and STEM educators to co-teach the lessons. Educators can register for Checkology for free, create a class, and pull the lessons into the class they want to use with students. Students are able to use their single sign-on to access. The process to start is easy, and the lessons can be integrated into existing units, but also they focus on skills teaching students really how to think, not what to think. So joining Checkology and being part of the News Literacy Project family has numerous benefits, including one of my favorite aspects, and that's Newsroom to Classroom. So the Newsroom to Classroom feature connects Checkology users with vetted journalists across the country who are willing to, in person or virtually, share their expertise with classrooms. So all of this is free. There's so much more than I mentioned, and I'm out of time. So reach out if you'd like support. And to get started, go to checkology.org. Thank you.
Thanks, Erin. Okay, next up is Amy.
Hello, everyone. My name is Amy Brownlee. I am a pre-K through 12 librarian in a small district in central Kansas. And today I would like to share with you about Chrome Music Lab. This is a free website. One of the great benefits is it doesn't cost anything. It works on any device, on a tablet, a phone, a Chromebook. You don't have to download anything. You don't need any kind of a login or account. You just go to the website and you're ready to go. So this site lets you explore music, sounds, rhythm, and it's great for preschool all the way up through adults. They have 14 different activities that you can try, and you can jump on and it's created so that you can just explore and experiment. The slide does include some links that I provided for some lessons if you'd rather see some specific lessons, but I think this is a great opportunity to collaborate with your music teachers. It could also have some science ties in with the science of sound and sound waves and different things like that. I want to highlight a couple of my favorite tools. I love Chrome Music Lab because it works well for beginning musicians or experienced musicians alike. And one of the tools is called arpeggios. And that's, you can see in the slide, it looks like a rainbow colored wheel. And so it will have different chord names. So if you know music, you'll know that the different chords or the different notes of a scale are the letters of the alphabet A through G. So students could look up guitar chord charts for different songs and then use the Arpeggios app to accompany themselves singing. So I did an example of just a simple kids song like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So they would just go into Arpeggios and then they could click on the G and they could click on the C and the different chords as they sing. Another really fun thing is the Song Maker, where you can compose music, and it's very simple to do. You're just clicking boxes. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I love that one too. Okay, number 10, Ashley.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ashley Cooksey. I'm an assistant professor and the program director for our school library program at Arkansas Tech University. And I'm going to share about copyright and creativity. It's one of my favorite resources to use to learn about copyright, fair use, and how to apply that in your library and with students. And I can't stress enough that this resource is free. Everything about it is free. It provides accessible and practical information about copyright and fair use. And rather than focus on the negative and emphasizing what copyright prohibits, Their goal is to offer useful and positive information about what copyright allows and how students can successfully navigate and rely on copyright in their own roles as creators. As a future ready librarian, you can use copyright and creativity for their professional learning and their resources, including a short course on copyright and fair use, which, if it's allowed, I use for professional learning credits here in Arkansas. And because they offer professional learning and free printable posters and other resources, you can totally use that to be a future ready leader in your own role and share that information with your students. Their free posters are available to print, or you can even complete a request form and they'll mail you a set of posters to use in your school and with your students. They also offer ready-to-go lessons that can be adapted for your students. And the copyright and creativity lessons were initially developed by iKeepSafe, which is probably something that you've used in the past. The lessons and resources are organized in groups, so you can search by elementary, middle school, or high school and adapt those lessons for your own students. Because students are so creative now building their own digital products in school and on their own, it's important to teach them how to protect their own creative works. Copyright and creativity provides that information, resources, and lessons on how to do that. Their regional experts are available and hold online office hours, and they're able to come to your district or conference. And I hope that you guys check that out. If you have any questions, please let me know.
Thank you, Ashley. It's a great one. Okay, now it's Len.
Hello. Hi, everybody. My name is Lynn Bryan. I'm the Library Services Coordinator in Houston ISD in a beautiful, rainy Houston, Texas. And I would love to share with you something that we got with ESSER funding to be a part of the STEM creative makerspace kits that we put into all of our campuses that are still running library programs. This is called LabDisc. This is a portable science sensor that has a variety of different functions. You can see it in the picture on the slide and also maybe see it on camera. This is a collaborative opportunity to get outside of the usual suspects. We librarians love to collaborate with English teachers and history teachers sometimes, but we rarely get a chance to work with our science teacher friends. And this is a solution that can help with that. Now, I will tell you, unlike some of the other apps that you got, this is not free. It is very spendy. However, if you look at the contents of the usual science teachers cupboard of sensors and tools, this, at being a couple $100, is not anywhere near the amount of money that they spend on that. The thing I love about this is it's very rugged. It's about the size of a smoke detector, as you can tell. It's portable. I like using this in butterfly gardens. I like using this outside in a just a Tupperware container to measure the pH of the soil in your campus garden, to measure the amount of ambient light that is in a certain area of the garden at different times of the year. This can measure all sorts of things: temperature, humidity, light, sound. One thing that I was thinking as everybody was talking about uses as a future ready library is I opened a high school library one time that didn't have the temperature and humidity set correctly. It was a new building and they hadn't figured out the HVAC system. And I needed a way to measure humidity and temperature over the summer so that I could report back to the environmental control people, this isn't appropriate for books. You're going to have mold. You're going to have to replace this collection. I wish I had this thing at that moment, because they had to bring a fancy wet bulb thermometer to measure relative humidity in that space. But this would have done it instantaneously. There is free desktop software that you download. You plug this in. It allows you to take data over a long period of time. You can export it to Excel. So there's a way to collaborate with your math teachers using real world data. You can measure the noise level in the cafeteria, for example. You can measure the noise level in the library over a course of hours and minutes, and then use that real-time data instead of something out of a textbook or off of a website. It's provided to us by a company called Boxlight, and they give you, when you get this, you get access to their curriculum platform. There's a link to the lesson on the slide deck, and you also get a 2-hour training. I've signed up for the training, but I haven't done all of it yet. I rarely find 2 hours of time that I can complete training, but it is self-paced. I've done about half of it so far. But this is something that if you have budget capability, I highly recommend getting one of these try it out with your science teachers, try it out with your science curriculum specialists, and see if it might be a worthy investment. But I can tell you it opens up opportunities that students don't normally associate with the library. And that's something that we're trying to do in our district by bringing this equitably to all of our campuses, regardless of where they're located. So that's all I have to say about that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Lynn. I know everybody's saying like, I want one. And that's what I thought. I couldn't wait to hear about it today to learn more. So next up we have Stephanie. Oh, I can't hear you. I think you're muted, hon.
Hey everybody, I'm Stephanie Galvan Russell. I am a middle school librarian in Austin, Texas, and I am sharing CuriePod. If you have never used CuriePod before, it is an AI generative slide deck and lesson creator that creates slides and interactive activities like those that you might see in Nearpod or Pear Deck. But instead of having to make all of the slides yourself, you go in and you would put in your standard or a couple words. I love it because I can go in and copy paste my TEKS from the Texas standards and just put it in and say, hey, I want a presentation. Today I made one on Native Americans who have created products that we still use now, and make my slides. And then it not only adds slides that have information, that have content that's relevant to my students and that's relevant to the standards, but it also puts in activities like polls, quick assessments that are multiple choice. It will generate quick working together projects. They're super fun, but my favorite part is that it will make a brain break. And it's usually something silly like draw a flamingo in a tutu with a donut, but it's always something really silly. And then your people will draw their little thing, and then they submit their drawing and you get to vote on the most fun drawing. So it's a really fun tool that makes your lessons more engaging. And if you don't want something that's going to be generated by AI, you can also put in your own slides and have it curify your slides. And something I just learned that it can do is if you put in your own slides, or even using slides that CuriePod generated itself, you can translate your slide from any language to any language. Game changer. Yes, for my students, especially my kiddos. We have just gotten a bunch of kiddos from Portugal and Brazil. I speak Spanish, but I don't speak Portuguese, and I don't speak whatever they speak in Portugal. And so I can easily do the translation, and my students actually see the translation and they understand it. And they've even told me that it's on point. It's not even like Google Translate where sometimes it's inaccurate. So love that. I can't wait to see you guys use it. And thank you for having me.
Thank you. Okay, now we have James.
Hey, how's it going? So this one is kind of nerdy. I'm not gonna lie. It is for sure. It's called Looker Studio. It used to be called Data Studio. I think it's a terrible name change, but whatever, Google, that's fine. It is basically a data visualization tool. And I was thinking, like, if in my library, like the infographic that I would, kind of share, like the impact of my school library was not ever very hard, but like collecting the data is the hard part. So this will let you use just a regular Google form to collect whatever you want to collect. And then that goes to a sheet. And then Looker Studio connects to that sheet and automatically tabulates these things live in real time. And you publish this and send out the link, and your people have this. You can embed it on your website. And I mean, it's great for advocacy. It's great for reading challenges in your school. It's, micro credentials. There's so many uses, but you can also add it to like your tool belt of like superpowers for your principal, because they have all kinds of other data they need to visualize and interpret. You can be like, hey, I know how to use Looker Studio. I can build a dashboard for you for whatever. It doesn't just have to be school library stuff. So I've got a link here that walks you through all the directions. It's a lot of clicking, but it's not hard. So let me know if you have any questions.
And you make really great infographics too, my friend. So I am happy to learn how you do that, because I'm always very impressed. So thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Oops. It always does that to me when I get caught up here. Okay, so next up is Angela.
Hi, everyone. My name is Angela, and I am the district librarian at Nordonia Hill City Schools, which is in Northeast Ohio, and I'm so happy to be sharing this tool with you today. I am obsessed with Canva, like many of you out there, and I discovered that they have a lot of apps and resources that integrate with them to kind of add some more interesting elements to your Canva design. So the one that I'm going to share with you today is called Hazing Flipbooks. And you can locate this under the share option within Canva and then under more. You'll also see a section titled Design, and then under Design, you will find Hazing Flipbooks as well. You can search for it under Apps if you can't find it on your Canva homepage. So this integration allows you to add a more engaging and interactive book-like feel to any digital presentation. So if you have a newsletter you want to send out to parents, or you want to showcase student work to the community or a larger audience with a more sophisticated and professional design, you want to use this Hazing Flipbook integration. You can create one of 5 possible page turning effects for viewers. The free version of this allows you to have up to 5 unlimited page flipbooks in your account at one time. You have the option to share each one via link, linked image, share on social media, embed on a website, and even share via QR code. Users can also add fun and colorful backgrounds and even audio background music to the flipbook as well, adding some more visual and audio appeal. There's also the ability to password protect the document and even discover viewing statistics if you need that. Students will love trying this one out as well. I had my library ambassador students try it out with their children's book project at the end of this grading quarter, and they loved both the visual and audio sound effect elements it added when the pages were turned. I also had a student share a tutorial guide that they created for me for troubleshooting student Chromebooks. We uploaded it into Canva and then added the Hazing Flipbook app to the guide, and we posted the link on the school website. It looks much more professional, and it just added an element of interactivity as well. As mentioned, after 5 flipbooks, you'll have to clear one out to make room for the next one, or consider purchasing a paid version that starts at $49 a year. Now, school librarians, we can bring back the joy of turning a page, even with digital projects, with Hazing Flipbooks in Canva. Thanks, everyone, for your time.
Thank you so much. That's awesome. I can't wait to do that. Next up is Stephanie.
Hi, everyone. So we are going to be exploring Cami and how we can get students excited to share books that they're reading. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And on my screen, you can see that I have a template. So I just made this in Google Slides, and over on this to the side, if you want that template, you can have it. So the first thing that students do is they are reading a book. So they think of, what book am I reading? And this one, I kind of hid it because I want students to guess what book they're reading. And then they come up with 3 clues about that book. So they think about, what clues could I share to get someone to read this book? So they're trying to persuade, and they're trying to get other students interested in reading this book. So for my example, it's On a Mission to Change His Ways. And then you can see, because I use Cami, that there's a comment tool. I can add text comments, I can add text comments, audio comments, or even video comments right onto my document. So students aren't just responding by text, they're actually responding in multiple different ways. And if I go ahead and click, which you won't be able to hear because I have headphones on, it's playing my voice, and then students can listen to that clue and try to make a guess about what book this is and what's hiding behind that black area. So feel free and add your book to this collaborative slide deck. I would love to see kind of, what are you reading, and if maybe someone is interested in reading that as well, by your 3 clues. And then underneath is a book review. So after students come up with those 3 clues, they add the book title, the book author, then they also talk about what's the rating of it. And then they write a quick summary about why they rated it the way that they did, and who is the target audience for this book. So again, it's a great collaborative activity to get students excited about learning, but also using Cami to help them with multimedia to allow them to add audio, video, and text into their explanations.
Thank you so much. Next up is Barbara.
Hi, I'm Barbara McCarty. I am a middle school media specialist in Pennington, New Jersey, and I'm here to talk about Learnix. It is a game changer for our students for their research and for us to really help them learn about their research process. What it does is it documents their research journey as they do it. So it will capture their searches and their time on sites. They can take notes on websites. And then it will export all of that into an organized note page along with links to the page that they took it and auto-generate a bibliography based on the sites that they went to. It's hard to explain, so really the best way is to show it. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, good. And so you open it up with this sidebar and you open up Learnix and you hit record to turn it on. And then as you begin to cite, I'm going to go to my good old Titanic. It will list your recorded sites on here. So as you go into a site and you can take some notes. And then let's just say I'm going to put this in. I just wanted to show you it working. And then you add your notes over here. And then what you can do is export the notes to a Google Doc. So it will take all the notes that they went to each site and it will organize their notes and have links to the sites that they took them from. And then as I went around, these are all the sites that I had visited and it logged, and it will auto-generate a bibliography or a snapshot report where it tells you the top sites that you have been visiting and all the time you spent on it. So those could be turned in as like an exit ticket when you're working with your kids. And really the best part about Learnix is that it you can add it to any lesson that you already have. So the kids just go on and they record, and now you have their real data. So when you need to work with a kid who went a whole period and didn't tell you they were having trouble, you can go back and take a look at their journey and help them figure out what sites they went to that were good, or maybe search terms that they didn't use. It's amazing. And I see my time is up. So give it a try.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Next up is Melissa.
Hi, everybody. My name is Melissa Corey, and I am a library media specialist from St. Joseph, Missouri. I work with middle school students. And one tool that I've used quite a bit this year to make my life easier and that I've shared with teachers is Magic School AI. If you visit their website, it is a free, entirely free website. All their resources are free. They're adding new tools all the time, but it is a generative AI tool specifically geared for teachers. The thing I like about Magic School is the fact that any of the content that you can generate for specific grade levels. So you can change your grade level from K through 12. You can also differentiate quite a bit within Magic School. So you can generate informational text and level it up and down. You can copy and paste in different text and then change the reading level to help differentiate for students. But a couple of the tools that I've used quite a bit are the academic content generator. So as a librarian, if I'm working within my makerspace and I look at what supplies I have, I can go to the academic content generator and I can generate a makerspace challenge for the month with the specific supplies that I have. I've also used the YouTube video question generator. It's very, very similar to tools like Edpuzzle, where you can generate any questions that are timestamped along your specific YouTube video that you copy and paste in there. As long as it has closed captions or a transcript, Magic School will generate those questions for you. Another piece that I really like is the ability to instantly translate your generated material as well. At the bottom of your generate tool, there's a translate button. You can translate into different languages to help your English language learners. And one of the last things that I really appreciate about Magic School is combining it with another tool that was talked about earlier, which is Canva. You could copy and paste everything over into Canva, but I've linked a video from Andrew Davies on TikTok that shows you how to use Canva's bulk app. So you can generate something in Magic School, copy into the bulk app, and in about 2 seconds, it'll generate all of those questions into a presentation for your Canva slides, which is amazing. So it's been a huge time saver. Also has a lot of math resources. So anytime I can take something as a librarian to my math teachers, I feel like a superhero. So definitely check out Magic School if you have not already.
Thank you so much. And next up is Andrea.
Hi, everybody. I'm Andrea Trudeau, and I'm a no-shush librarian working in a middle school here in Deerfield, District 109, just north of Chicago. I'm also a little bit of a tech nerd, getting a PhD in instructional technology. So I wanted to share a tool that I think has been really transformative in my middle school. It is Merge Explorer. So this is one of 3 tools available through Merge EDU. The other 2 are called Object Viewer and HoloGlobe. And this tool basically is an AR to our augmented reality. So many of us know like Pokemon Go. So you're still sitting in reality, but then you have this kind of overlay. This tool works with this cube. So as you notice on the screen, and also hopefully in my little screenshot here, you can see that each side has like a different pattern to it. So it tells the computer what is happening as a student rotates the cube around. And as you can see in the GIF on the slide, the student's like holding a flower and able to kind of move it around. So it really makes hands-on learning much more accessible. This works on Apple or Android devices. We actually use it here on our Chromebooks along with our foam cubes. And it allows our students to look at up to like 100 different science simulations. This week I had 6th graders exploring plant cells. So they were able to hold the cells in their hand, rotate it around, click on different parts of it, learn more. And so there's a lot of like agape mouths and oohing and eyeing, and they're really excited to be learning about cells, which they would normally just be learning through like videos and reading. So it really increases their motivation. It helps them visualize complex concepts. It's very interactive. It's really collaborative. What I love too is they even have a frog dissection tool. So if you have kids that don't want to do the actual frog dissection, you can offer them this more humane alternative. If you don't have a cube, no problem. These do run around 20, I think they're like $25 to $30 a pop. And if you don't have the budget for that, Merge is awesome. And they actually have a paper cube you can print, or within the app, you can use the 3D version. And you don't need a cube at all, but the cube definitely makes it a little more hands-on and interactive. There's a lot of free options. So the app itself is free to download. There are some very limited options available for free. The additional content does require a subscription. You can also get a 3-month free trial. There's all kinds of teacher resources, YouTube videos to check out, blog for ideas. And I should mention that there's some great accessibility tools with an immersive reader, different text options for text size, line spacing, font, background color, and it's just a really amazing tool. So I hope you get a chance to try it out.
Thank you.
I'm going to stay on for this one.
Stay on because Blake had something come up, and so now Andrea is also going to graciously share Novel Effect.
Yes, Novel Effect. Okay, middle school librarian here. Don't really use this a lot with them, although I do think it could be awesome because we do incorporate picture books here in our library. Definitely something I've used actually with my niece and nephew who are elementary age. This is basically an app that you can use to enhance storytelling. And it's amazing because it adds these really cool sound effects and music to complement the narrative as it's read aloud. So it literally like goes along with your reading and makes the reading so much more engaging and interactive and fun. I know as a mom with my own children, when they were much younger, I would read aloud and make the sound effects myself. Well, now this tool does it for the kids. It feels kind of magical. So it uses this voice recognition technology. It can detect where you as the reader are in the text, and then it triggers the sounds and the effects and music at the appropriate time. So just kind of, a new modern approach to read alouds, and it makes storytelling so much more immersive.
Our kids love Novel Effect, so it is a fun one. But thank you so much, Andrea.
Yep.
Okay, next up we have Nina.
Hi, everybody. I am Nina Canales, and I'm the librarian in Dallas ISD at a high school. So today I'm going to introduce you to Padcaster. So Padcaster is actually it's not an app. The Padcaster is what you see in that picture. It takes your iPad and it turns it into a portable broadcasting studio. And it is so fantastic because it comes with everything you see there. And what's so great about this is that it gives the freedom of taking what you have in the library and out into the classroom and around the high school or your other schools. So this Padcaster is super versatile too. You can fit your iPad on there. And what I really love is teaching them about the teleprompter. So if you see that little teleprompter, it turns any phone into a teleprompter. And that's what the app is. It's called Parrot. So that
I think I lost the sound. Did everybody else lose Nina's sound, or is that just me?
Yeah, we lost your sound there, Nina. No, we can't hear you.
That's so strange. Oh, technology. Nina, your slide is great though, and so everybody will learn so much off of it. It's so crazy. I was like, is that my sound or yours? So, but everybody, please make sure that you check out. The reason I actually asked Nina to be on this because I was at Dallas ISD a few weeks ago and she was talking about this amazing tool. And I thought everybody has to hear about this because I know that podcasting can be something that we want to do with our kids. And she was like, this is what everybody needs. So I thought it was so awesome. So thank you so much, Nina, for sharing. No sound, girl. Next up is Lauren.
Hi, can y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, girl. I was like, "Ooh, child, not right before mine." But hi, everybody. My name is Lauren Mobley, and I'm a middle school media specialist in Atlanta, Georgia. I have to tell you all about Pear Deck. Pear Deck is literally my go-to app, and I'm talking fast because I don't want for Shannon to click the slide on me and I don't want my sound to go out. I literally use it whenever I have slides, presentation for my students or colleagues because it transforms your mundane lessons into ones that amplifies each learner's voice. With these interactive decks, I'm able to instantly assess each participant's understanding or perspective, as well as provide immediate feedback that they can use to inform their choices. There are 6 different assessment types. Yes, 6. 6 different assessment types are available, so teachers can employ a variety of learning strategies. There's text response, where students can input short answers. A multiple choice option lets students participate in surveys or quizzes, while numerical responses have students input numbers, and the responses are viewable on a number line. The web page option shows internet content without having to leave the page because that can be annoying. This is great for embedding resources or app smashing with sites like Flip. Premium features include the drawing response and draggable option. With all these amazing assessment tools, it only makes it sweeter that teachers and co-teachers can simultaneously see the responses, display them for the whole group, and respond with meaningful feedback immediately. Lessons can be set to teacher-paced or student-paced. Pear Deck syncs with Google Slides and Microsoft PowerPoint. Whichever of the 2 platforms you use, it integrates seamlessly with both of them. You can transform slides you already have with a click of a button using Google Add-on or use the Content Orchard packed with already made lessons. Pear Deck is for all students because it offers immersive readers with read aloud, text modifications, and language translations. You can also record audio like instructions or further elaboration and embed them right into the decks. After using Pear Deck, you will not want to go back to just clicking through slides again. If you have questions, please reach out to me at Mobley in the Mix.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now we have Amanda.
How am I supposed to follow that? Oh, she was so good. Hi, everybody. My name is Amanda Hunt. I'm also the Next Gen Librarian on social media. I am a middle school librarian in Texas, and I'm here to talk about quizzes. So it is definitely an app you've probably heard about before. Maybe you've even used it before. And if you are a Kahoot fan, it works in a very similar way to where you can create you can use multiple tools to create fun, interactive, and engaging lessons. And it's definitely one that I use a lot with my students in the library, but that my students also get in their core classes as well as their elective classes. You can assign homework. You can do formative assessments with it. It has amazing analytics that you can share with your stakeholders. You can also share it with your teachers, so you know who's growing, who isn't. And when you're working with teachers in the library, it's great for them to be able to use the same tools that they're using in their classroom. So I've used it for digital citizenship, social emotional learning lessons, research resources. You can use it for exit tickets. It can support curriculum in the classroom. You can do rewards, prizes. And if you haven't used it lately, I'm going to kind of shout out some of the cool things that they are doing. They have added a Chrome extension. So now it can be just right at the top of your browser and you can immediately start uploading content. And they are like so many apps now rolling out the AI feature, right? And so I'm able to just kind of type in what I want a quiz to be, and it'll create it for me like that. It is a free app, and if you are interested in being certified, where you can learn more about the app as you go through the program, it's quick. It takes 15 minutes to be a certified ambassador or game changer with the company, and then you get to see all these cool features before they come out. So that way I can share with my teacher. They're like, whoa, I didn't know it did that. I'm like, yeah, well, it just did it yesterday. So you can be kind of like that expert in that app on your campus and with your district. I am doing a little giveaway so you can win some swag. If you go to bit.ly/quizzes giveaway 23, then you can be entered. I will leave it open until Sunday for those of you that are going to catch up on it later. And I hope you check it out.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Next, we have Veronica.
Hi, everyone. My name is Veronica Rodriguez. I am the elementary lead librarian at Harlingen CISD, and today I'm going to talk to you about Seesaw. Seesaw is an elementary learning platform that we use in our district. It offers resources, interactive lessons, and digital portfolios with our students, and it is also serves as a two-way communication with our families. So the Seesaw Library is filled with lessons that support the core instruction, acceleration, remediation, and also it helps with differentiated learning. It has a feature that can provide continuous visibility to the students' learning journey. So what a great way to celebrate their learning, right? As a teacher in the digital classroom, you can send students written comments, emoji comments, and you can even send back their work in case they made a mistake and need to complete it again. So the digital portfolios also allow you to track progress and monitor students' learning and provide support for documentation purposes. Of course, we're always looking for that parent-teacher communication, so it's a great way to keep that line of communication going on. At our school, we love to use Seesaw. It helps build our student-led conferences, so it's a great tool. I myself love using Seesaw with all my library classes. You can look up any standard that you are trying to cover, and there's already some lessons and activities that are ready-made. So all you have to do is save them to your library, and then you get to edit them and share them with your students. There's a free version and there's also a paid version. So with the free version, you do have access to a lot, but in the paid version, of course, you have access to a lot more. On the screen that I shared here, on my slide, I showed you, I have right here part of the library, and then I have an activity that I shared out with my students when we were doing some research. And then I also shared out a little clip of a choice board that I send out to my kindergartners, and there's directions on there for them. Of course, they're kindergartners, so can they read perfectly? No, they can't. You have the option of recording your instructions and they can play them back and they'll be able to hear your voice and understand what it is that they're supposed to be doing. I love Seesaw. It is amazing, super easy. It came at the perfect time. So
thank you so much. Next, we have Tim, and Tim actually is going to become an uncle, I think, today. And so he talked about Chat GPT, and I am going to play his video for us.
Oh, Shannon, we don't have any sound.
Really? I don't know how to fix that, Adam. I could hear it on mine, but
Hit it again.
what?
Could you start it again? Well, it's really awesome, and the link to the slide deck is there, and the video's on there. So it's really an awesome video by Tim.
Technology. And we're going to be sharing all these every day. So let's go on to Stephanie.
Don't have Stephanie.
Okay. I haven't seen her either, but it's hard for me to watch. And so Stephanie spoke about Story Jumper. I've never used Story Jumper before, but it looks like it's really neat and kids are able to create and publish books. And so we'll have to put a link in there and we'll learn more about Story Jumper. And then 26 is the Achievery, and that is Sheila.
Hi, everybody. Woo! I feel like I am with a room full of stars because I am not a librarian, but I feel like I should be running around with my little autograph book, getting everyone's autograph. I'm so excited. So my name is Sheila James, and I am a STEM consultant with the Ohio After School Network. And I was chosen as a part of 10 people to log onto the Achievery and look at things that we could do to develop the system so that out of school time professionals and after school programs could leverage online resources. So what is the Achievery? Imagine you are not just opening a book, you're opening up a whole new world of digital learning for your students. The Achievery is like this magical portal that connects students to a world where learning is not only educational, but also incredibly entertaining. Picture this: clips from the coolest and most beloved movies, TV shows, and cartoons from Warner Brothers and the Cartoon Network. Yep, you heard it right. Batman might just teach a lesson on problem solving, and Scooby-Doo could become the detective guiding students through a mysterious world of education. But wait, there's some more. These clips aren't just for show. They come with lessons and learning activities that are as engaging as they are educational. Whether your students are at home, in the community doing a Saturday program, or right there in your library, the Achievery goes with them, making learning an adventure that never stops. So why settle for the humdrum when you can turn your activities into an epicenter of excitement and curiosity? The Achievery is not just a tool, it's a passport to a world where education and entertainment shake hands and dance together. And hey, I love the library, and you are all not just keepers of books. You are the gatekeepers to a realm of digital learning that can have your students on the edge of their seats, eager to dive into the next chapter of learning. So please check out the Achievery and let the Achievery become the superhero cape that your library deserves, whisking your students away on a learning journey that is not only enlightening, but a whole lot of fun. And that's my 2-minute.
So much, Sheila.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. And the Achievery is free for everyone, which makes it even better. So I appreciate you sharing. The last one I'm going to share is Destined, Discover, Engage. And this is a new one for us this year. at our school. The great thing about it is a add-on subscription just right in our Destiny that is a book club, a place for kids to go where they can just build that reading community that they love within Destiny. And so a few things that I put on my slide are just the ways that kids can use it. We can recommend books. You can set up programs that they can join. Like we are doing one right now around the Iowa Award books. Teachers and librarians can set up challenges, and also the kids love it because they get badges and they get a little insight into just their reading. And so it's a great thing to use as we celebrate reading. As we know, that's core to what we do as Future Ready librarians. And so I love that piece because it's a great way for us to even collaborate with our teachers and using this in their classroom. The other cool thing is kids feel like they are part of that digital environment, so we can practice their digital citizenship skills by being part of that online community too. So you can check it out at the link in red and highly recommend it. It's been a great addition to our Destiny Discover. So that was fun. I always am so proud of us because it's only 5:05. So we've done a great job. And just remember that now for the next 27 days in December, we're going to be sharing one a day. So they will take this video and chop it into pieces, and then we'll share the slide and all the resources for that day. And so that's a great way to learn. This is an awesome day, but I love those days that we can just learn and really dig into one tool. I know for me, I kept a lot of notes tonight, and I can't wait to check out some of the things that I learned. And so use that too, and we'll share this choice board soon, so then you can learn along in December with those tools. A great thing too to share it with your teachers and others, your tech coaches and administrators. Make sure that you're sharing that too. But just to share a few Future Ready librarian things, we wanted to make sure that you join the Future Ready Librarians Learning Community if you haven't already. It's a great place to connect, share, and learn with all of us. And Future Ready resources that I just wanted to share. We have an amazing hub that includes the self-reflection guide. It includes the resources, a conversation starter, the podcast, the webinars, all the things in one spot. And so we're just now kind of at the end of season 7 on the Future Ready Librarian podcast. This has been so great. But we also have podcasts by others too, Tom Murray and Adam File and Carl Hooker. They have a great one as well. So you can find them wherever you pick up your podcasts. And I hope that if you ever have anything that you want to share, I would love to have you as a guest. So please feel free to reach out to me too, because before we'll know it, we'll be on season 8 of our podcast. The conversation starter is awesome because it's a step-by-step guide to help Future Ready librarians as they collaborate with our school and also our district. And the self-reflection tool, this is a great thing to use. I know today I was working on my professional development plan at my school, and I use this every year just to give a little snapshot to my administrators on the work that I am doing. And so a great tool to use. Personalized professional learning, you can find things too, not only for Future Ready librarians, but also around Future Ready School. And these emerging practices guides are something that are new. These are awesome because they are focused around those pressing questions that are facing school leaders right now as they plan personalized instruction. And I love the guides. I checked them out actually last week when we were in Vermont for an event, and you can find them at the link below. So we are so happy that everybody joined. I wanted to put up for a minute just the link for the Achievery. I know that was shared on 26, but this is one that we are so excited to support and share from Future Ready Schools. So you can grab that link there. And then the upcoming events, this is our last webinar actually of this year, but looking forward to 2024, we're really excited in February that we're actually going to be live, Adam and I and Leah in Seattle from NCCE, right? Adam, I can't remember now. It's been a long day, and Digital Learning Day is going to be extra fun, but you can find it there. I love celebrating this at our school, and you can put yourself on the map, add your event, and we would love to have you. One more upcoming event are these EdTech Fusion virtual workshops. You can actually apply to co-host one of these in your district. These are free events ran by either Tom or Adam or myself, and you can find out more at that link at the bottom. But a huge thank you, first and foremost, to all of our guests. You guys were amazing. I learned so much, and I know that everybody appreciated everything that you had to share. And a huge thank you to Follett just for supporting Future Ready Librarians today and all throughout the year. And I have to thank a big thank you to Adam and Leah for just the behind the scenes. So you guys were great. But thanks everybody for joining us. And we hope that you have a wonderful holiday season as we're close to Thanksgiving and to the holidays.